I never thought I'd be here trying to vlog, but here I am, giving it a go. So why am I here? Why am I trying to do this? I've been toying with the idea of video for the best part of this year, but I have successfully procrastinated my way out of doing it, purely due to lack of confidence. Like, I have sat down and said to myself that I've wanted to do this so many times, and then I've just talked my way out of it in such silly ways as well. I've told myself that I need to buy a better camera, or I don't know how to edit, or I've got nothing to say, I've got nothing to film, people won't be interested. All it boils down to is just lack of confidence, really. So why am I finally doing it? Well, over the past sort of like 2 to 3 months, I've had really bad anxiety, like towards Instagram, and a few other things, but mainly Instagram. And I've tried to do a lot of things to make it go away, reduce it, etc, etc, but nothing has really worked. It always just sort of like creeps back. And then I'd say over the past 2 to 3 weeks, like, my anxiety towards Instagram has just skyrocketed, and it's just got to the point where it's unhealthy. Like, my relationship with Instagram is unhealthy, and I need to do something about it, because it shouldn't be bringing me down like this. And after much thought about the situation, I realised it's because I'm focused too much on it. I'm putting too much pressure on it, and I'm reading too much into everything that happens on there, like everything down to numbers, likes, just everything. It's all just, I've put too much attention on it, too much focus on it, and it's just not stimulating for my brain, and it's sort of killed any motivation, it's killed any sort of like excitement. And I thought, do you know what? I have to give video a go. I have to give something else a try, because I need to give my brain something new to focus on. I need new stimulation, and I need new motivation. And I've always thought that I needed to have like this fancy camera, or like this real vision in mind, and have a really slick edits of my videos. And I just thought, the only way I'm going to learn and progress and grow is if I just do it. Like, the only way you can learn is by doing, and I've just been sat procrastinating, not doing. So I thought I'd try a vlog. It might be really boring, it might not be. I'm gonna try and like do this, it'll be like a full week vlog. I can't do a daily because my days aren't interesting enough, but I'll try and add in like some informative things here and there. Like, maybe this week I'll try and incorporate a hair tutorial, or maybe a skincare routine or something, just so that there is like a takeaway from it. I'm filming on my iPhone, so it might not be the best quality, but I figured it's better than nothing. Like, it's a starting point, and if I enjoy it and think I want to continue doing this sort of thing, then I can buy like a more suitable camera. Because I take a lot of my photos on a Fuji camera, but it's quite bulky and heavy, so it'd be really hard to sort of like hold it, and it doesn't have a flip up screen either, so it's not very helpful in that sense. Oh god, my hand's shaking, sorry. So today is Tuesday, it's the day after bank holiday Monday, so technically this is like the start of the week, and it means we have a 4-day week, which is fun, but it means you've got less days to cram everything into. So today I've got quite a boring day of just like admin jobs. I've got to go to the post office and some bits, but I will document along the way, and I don't know, hopefully this will be kind of interesting for someone. Okay, so I told you I was doing some really mundane jobs today, and one of them includes returning all of this because I went to a wedding at the weekend and I did some panic ordering, which was silly of me, but it happens to the best of us. We all of a sudden panic and say that we've got nothing to wear and buy loads of things that we really cannot afford. But I'll show you what I panicked ordered. I ordered the dress that I wore in the next size up because I was convinced that the 34 wasn't going to fit. I never trust size charts. Anyway, the 36 arrived and it just drowned me. So that has to go back. So I ordered a pair of shoes from La Mer, and unfortunately they didn't arrive on time, which I was absolutely gutted about because they are beautiful shoes. However, it turns out I ordered the wrong size anyway, so even if they had arrived on time, I wouldn't have been able to afford them anyway. Oh God, they're so beautiful. They've got a really nice square toe and quite a chunky heel. And then what this does is this sort of like crosses over the front of your foot, and then this ties around your ankle multiple times. They're absolutely stunning, and annoyingly they've now gone into the sale, so they're completely sold out. Well, in my size everywhere. I can't find a 38 anywhere. So sadly they have to go back, and I will not be able to buy a replacement for them. To be honest, even if I did keep them, like if they were in my size and I did keep them, I don't know how much wear I'd get out of them because I'm terrible at walking in heels. And then the final thing was another pair of shoes that again didn't arrive on time. So these shoes I might keep because they're from Lock, L-O-Q, and I've got a pair of shoes from Lock and they're super comfortable and I wear them loads. So these are they're of a similar ilk to the La Mer shoes in that they wrap around the ankle. So they're flat, nice square toe. I'm really tempted to keep these. I think I'm going to hold on to them because I do have, I don't know what Net-a-Porter's return policy is, if it's 2 weeks or 30 days, but I've at least got another week to maybe just try them on with a few things. The heavens just opened up, so I'm going to have to pop a raincoat over this. But this is what I'm wearing today, and is pretty much what I'm living in at the moment when I'm at home, just sort of day to day. These jeans are And Other Stories, and I found them, I think I just found them by fluke. Last year I went in a bit of a panic because I was looking for some jeans without a raw hem for an event, and these were just hanging there on their own in my size, and they fit perfectly, and they've been my go-to jeans ever since, really. So these are probably coming up to about a year old now, and they're still great. T-shirt is from Arket. It's the £12 crew neck t-shirt that I raved about on Instagram a few weeks ago, and then I'm going to pop my Arket blazer over the top. It's the one that I always wear. I think it's called the oversized stretch wool blazer. I believe it's still online. I shall pop a link below if it is. And then my shoes. So I got these with birthday money a couple of weeks ago, and they are the mono DMs. So they're the all black DMs, including the stitching, which was such a selling point for me because I love DMs and I love the shape of them, but the yellow stitching was always such a drawback for me. I just could never see past it. So when they released these in all black, I was like, yep, I'm having those. Sadly, my heels have taken a bit of a battering, but that is to be expected with DMs, I think. And I have been assured that once they're fully broken in, they're going to be the most comfortable shoes, which I do believe because I had DMs when I was a lot younger and did live in them. But it's just that first sort of week or two where your heels are just a little bit tender. Okay, it's Wednesday now, and today's task is a trip to the tailor. But first, I need to venture into the pit that is my room and collect together all the stuff that needs to go to the tailor. I think there's going to be a lot of stuff because it's been a while since I've been. Here we have, these are like the things I want to take to the tailor urgently. The first is this black silk dress from Marina London. It's her classic button like shirt silk dress that she does. And they're always far too long for me, but they're absolutely gorgeous. So I want to get that done ASAP so I can wear it. The second thing is this COS wide leg jumpsuit. I have already worn this quite a few times because I did a really dodgy like wonder web job on it, and I do that a lot with clothes. I find tailors in Norwich are really slow. Maybe I just haven't found a good one yet, but I just cannot find a tailor who can do anything in under a week. So I get really impatient and I will wonder web stuff until I have a chance to go to the tailor to get it done properly. And then really, really, really need to get these Acne linen trousers done, because you can see that line there where I've been folding them under, like that's how much needs taking off. And I don't want to risk it with Wonderweb. I want them hemmed properly. And then the last thing is this Lara Crude dress, which I have worn and I don't mind the length of it. Like I can wear it, but it's almost, I'd say it's on my ankle, like maybe even just past my ankle bone. And I just want it a little bit shorter. I'd probably just say like that, just again, just so you can see my ankle. Oh, and the very final thing is the tie waist, the belt for my Acne trench, because it's so long it drags on the floor. Right, I'm gonna take these all downstairs and put them in a tote bag. I thought about doing a video on this, not solely on tailoring or like getting your clothes tailored, but more like a sort of tips on how to care for your clothes or how to extend the life of your clothes, because I think so many people are throwing away clothes that are perfectly fine, but they're just like ill-fitting, or they are just looking a bit tired. And you'll be surprised how getting something tailored can change an item, and B, just changing the way you look after your clothes can completely just change the lifespan of them. I don't want to go into too much detail because I feel like I could do a whole video on this, but a lot of people ask me like, how do my clothes always look so clean? How do they always look so crisp? And the answer is always just, I take care of them. And there's so many things that I do that I just think, or always thought that everyone else did. But from talking to people about caring for clothes, I've realised that not many people go to a tailor, or not many people wash their clothes on a cool wash, or not many people have thought about getting a steamer. And it just made me think, actually, maybe there are people who just haven't thought about these other ways to care for their clothes.
You
Wow, as you can tell by my rather pink, sweaty appearance, I just went for a run. It was quite a slow, tired 11 kilometres. I didn't sleep very well last night, so my whole body's quite tired today, and I really felt it in my legs. But I'm glad I persevered, got out there and did it, and that was my second run of the week, and hopefully I can get a third in before the week is done. I'm now going to shower, obviously, and I'm going to wash my hair because I cannot revive it from this sweaty mess without washing it. So I thought I will use this opportunity to show you the drying technique I use on my hair, and then how I style it to get it in that sort of like loose tousled wave. Okay, that's better. I'm now fully washed, and I have washed my hair. So I always dry my hair with this Aquas towel because apparently it's good for your hair, and I do find it absorbs the moisture a lot quicker, and it absorbs a lot more moisture than a regular towel. So I tend to leave that on for like about 10 maybe even 15 minutes sometimes after I've washed my hair, just so that it really absorbs as much water as possible. Then I put in Innerlux, which is a leave-in conditioning treatment. I normally put in 1.5 pumps. My hair's quite thick, so it can withstand a lot of product, and I tend to just put it through the ends of my hair, sort of just twist it and make sure it's all distributed evenly. I think I might just put another half pump in. Sometimes I can just feel it when my hair needs a little bit more. So yeah, you just leave this in and it just stops bleached hair from feeling all dry and damaged. Right, okay, so now I've done that, so because my hair's so thick, it takes ages for it to air dry. So what I do is I basically just dry the underside. Okay, so I've fully dried the underside of my hair, and then I've just roughly dried the top 2/3 of my hair. So I basically just twist sections of the hair. It's as simple as that. And because the hair has only been rough dried, it's still slightly damp, so it will hold that twist, but not it won't hold it like tightly. It will just sort of like fall a little bit. And then once I'm done twisting, what I will do is tuck the hair behind my ears, but make sure it's quite tucked behind there, because that's what creates a really nice kink at the front. So really tuck it behind, and then you can just twist a few more bits, and then that's pretty much it. I just leave this to dry. Normally I would wash it and do this technique in the evening, but just for the sake of this video I've done it while it's still light. So yeah, usually I do it in the evening, let it air dry throughout the evening and then overnight. So tomorrow morning I will show you how my hair has dried, and then I'll show you the styling technique that I use. Good morning. Okay, so this is how my hair looks now that it's fully dry and I've slept on it. It's actually dried okay. My hair is really inconsistent when it comes to drying. It's a complete guessing game as to how it's going to look when I wake up in the morning. Sometimes it can be really quite wavy, and there can be some quite unruly kinks in it. But actually this is quite good. But what I will do is just show you the technique I use with my hair straighteners, just to, I guess, define the wave. So because I blow dried the bottom of my hair, that's fine. So then I'm going to take just tie up the top third of my hair. So what I don't like about my hair in its natural state is the sort of kinks that I get at the root. It has a tendency to really go quite wavy at the root. So what I'm going to do is just use my hair straighteners just to relax that. So I'm literally just straightening just the top. Yeah, I'm really pleased with how my hair is dried today. Typical for it to do this on a day I want to show people how I would do my hair. Right, okay, so I've just relaxed the root, that's what we're calling it. And you can see that's already just made the wave look a lot more subtle. Then what I would probably do to a few chunks of the hair is just where it's gone like really quite flicky at the ends, just straighten those out maybe a little bit. So now that I've just sort of like tidied it up, what I will do is maybe put like some rogue waves in using the straightener. I have two different wave techniques I alternate between. The first technique is to just literally get the hair and go like that. And then the second technique that I like to use is where I literally just wave the bottom half of the hair. I don't touch the top. And then I kind of alternate between these two techniques to get that sort of soft wave look that I have. So you're just doing it literally at the bottom. Does that make sense? I hope it does make sense. And I won't do that everywhere. I just do it here and there. Just where some of the waves have maybe just gone a bit too wild for my preference. It's not to say there's anything wrong with, you know, like excessively wavy hair, but this is just how I prefer my hair to look. I'll just try to do some at the back. So I've got a mirror behind this tripod just so I can see a bit better. Maybe I'll do okay, so that's that layer. I don't have to be too precious about this layer because this isn't the layer that you're going to see. Just to recap, there's two methods. There's the sort of like the zigzaggy way, or there's the traditional pull and twist, but just on that bottom bit. Right, now for the top half. So I tend to get quite a big wave here and here. So I'm just going to relax that. All the way along the root. This, I also think this sort of technique will entirely depend on how your hair's natural state. I don't know how this would work on someone who has naturally quite straight hair. This only really works for me because I have quite wavy hair, so I'm working with my hair's natural wave. Okay, so I've fully straightened. Oh, I must add as well, I don't have my straightener turned up to the top heat. I have it on, I kind of have it on either like 180 or 200. When it's a bit cooler, you don't get that really straight look. It's just enough heat just to like soften the wave. Okay, so we're looking good. We've got, things are a bit crazy here, but things are looking good. So I don't even know how to describe what I'm doing. I'm just kind of like tidying up the ends where some of them have just maybe gone a little bit rogue. I'm just tidying them. So I'm working with the shape, the natural shape, but just tidying them up. And then again, might just add in a little wave. So that bit's dried quite straight. So let's put a wave in there. And then, see, this bit is the bit that was tucked behind my ear. So that has dried really nicely. I like that. The only thing I'm going to do is just tidy up the end a little bit. You see what I mean about there being no rhyme or reason? Like, I can't really explain how I do my hair. It just depends on how it dries that day. I definitely think that twisting technique that I do when it's towel dried or when it's just rough dried definitely helps to manipulate it into like a neater wave. I think that might be enough, you know. Just gonna check the back of my hair in the mirror. Okay, the back's looking a little flat. So I have a double crown, which means it's quite difficult for me to get volume in the back of my hair. So what I tend to do is try and like just boost the back with the straighteners. Another straight bit there, just so you can see, oh, there's like quite a straight bit there. Let's do something with that one. Yeah, in the back's looking quite all right. Okay, I think I'll leave it there. That was such a rubbish tutorial. So there's two products that I pretty much always reach for. The first one is the Davines Texturizing Spray. It almost has a slight dry shampoo quality to it. But you can't feel it on your hair, which is what I always look for in a product. I don't want to be able to feel product in my hair. I just want it to do its job undetected. This just sort of gives texture and just like adds a bit of separation to all of the waves. The other product that I like to use is the Kevin Murphy Powder Puff Voluminizing Powder. So I would use this if maybe my hair's a bit flat and it hasn't dried this voluminous, or maybe on maybe like second day hair I might use this. It really packs a punch, like it's proper voluminizing, and it again is virtually undetectable like the Davines spray. You can pop this in and then at the end of the day you can easily brush your hair, and then the next morning you can't even tell that you've had it in. So that's it. That is literally all I do. 2 products and some dodgy hair straightening technique. I hope someone out there has managed to take something away from this. I know that that isn't necessarily like an actual hair tutorial, but hopefully maybe there's someone out there who's got similar sort of wavy hair like me, and this has helped you maybe. I've just sat here putting the final bits of the vlog together, and just reviewing it all together, I've realised that not only is this video a lot of me just thinking out loud, but it must look like I'm such a lady of leisure, and I just wanted to kind of add some clarity and almost a disclaimer, because I think with all of the anxiety and just like unhealthy thoughts I've had towards work and Instagram at the moment, I really needed to have a week off. And I know a week probably sounds quite a long time, but everyone needs different periods of time to in order to feel like they've fully had a break. And I knew this week I didn't have any trips to London and I didn't have anything to shoot really, and I knew I was just going to be at home for the full 5 days, and I just thought this is the perfect time for me to just disconnect from Instagram and just get on with like life admin jobs that I haven't had the chance to do. Like did like this full deep clean of the house at the beginning of the week, and I've done loads of like bitty jobs that I've just been putting off because I've been so wrapped up in Instagram. Like recently all that's been on my mind is just worry of like, have I got enough content? Like, are people going to like what I'm posting? And it's basically snowballed, and it got too much. And doing a video has really helped. I've really enjoyed doing this week because it's totally taken my mind away from that bloody app, and it has just given me something new to focus on, and it's been so stimulating doing it. I've loved putting the video together, and I've loved learning how to use Premiere Pro. I've just really enjoyed doing something new. So hopefully on Monday I'll wake up and I'll feel all invigorated and motivated again. And yeah, I really needed this, and I just wanted to assure you that every week is not this leisurely. I do work, and I hope you enjoyed it. And I'd love any sort of feedback and any suggestions, anything like that. Please be gentle though, because this is the first time I've done this. I'm not quite ready for any harsh comments just yet. So thank you for watching.